We are all intuitive. It's one of our gifts. It's one of our senses. But we need to practice it, and perhaps on a daily basis, to tune into our heart's intuition and interpret those messages. Because a lot of times our intuition is a very quiet, soft voice. And we might miss those messages because we don't clearly understand them or hear them because of all the clutter in our head going on and all of our daily tasks. The good news is there are a lot of tools in the world that can help us practice delving into our intuitive self. One of them, of course, is angel cards or any type of inspirational, motivational cards that you can use to clearly hear those intuitive messages that you might be missing on a day-by-day basis. I have quite a few cards, and over the past years, I have collected a whole bunch of different types. Now, how I buy these cards is because they resonate with my heart. They actually, speak to me, and that's why I buy them and use them. But some of the cards are just inspirational and positive quotes that I pick and choose on a day-by-day basis when I feel like I need some motivation. Now, I would like to go over a few helpful hints so that you can get the best reading out of your angel cards for yourself. Now, the first one I'm going to talk to you about is about blessing the card. Blessing the cards is all about asking for guidance from divine source. Now, we are all divine and also human. And we want our messages to be clear, and we also want to be able to interpret them as well. So before I ever give myself a card reading, I take the cards in my hand and I bless them. And I ask for guidance for my highest good and well-being from divine sacred source, from God, or any other name that you would like to call God, Jesus or Mother Mary. But I ask that these messages be clear so that I can understand them. The second thing I do is when I shuffle the cards, I think of a question. It's not so much in my head as in my heart. What happens so many times is people get discouraged when they ask a question, and when they pull a card, it has nothing to do with the question they asked. That's because the cards are reading what is in your heart, not what is in your head. So the next time you ask a question and you get an answer that you're quite confused about, it might be something that you have in your heart that you've been mulling it over because your heart is very intuitive. The next helpful hint. A lot of people like to shuffle the cards and they pick the top ones. I, on the other hand, like to shuffle the cards until something pokes out of it. Now, if it comes out of it and there's two cards stuck together, I take that as a sign that I need both of those cards. When I take the guidebook, sometimes the guidebook doesn't have a lot to do with what I'm feeling in here, except for maybe a word or a phrase. And those are my intuition coming through the card. A lot of times I go to the bookstore, and when I pick up a book, I look at the cover, but I also look at the back of the book at the summary or at the synopsis to see if I really need the book. Well, I do the same with my cards. And you probably have never heard that before, but after I've done my reading, I flip over the entire card deck and I look at the last card. It's almost like going to the end of the book when you're reading a book and you just want to get to the end to see what happens, and then you go back to the book again. Remember, it's all about the joy in the journey. Let go of any preconceived notions you have on your outcomes. Remember, these tools are only tools to help you delve more into your intuition. And I guarantee you at one point, you won't even need these cards, because already if you are meditating on a daily basis, you are getting your messages and you are clearly listening to those silent, calm, very beautiful messages about what you need to do, where you are going, and your divine soul's purpose, and of course, the divine plan that you have. Remember that doing a card reading for yourself is about finding the joy in the journey, your soul's passion and purpose, with lots of grace, unconditional love, and of course, serenity. Now, before we leave the video, I used the Dr. Wayne Dyer's inspirational cards, and I want to leave you with 3 messages. The first one is, create that vision. And I believe that's for you and for me. The card that popped out was, see the God force everywhere. And of course, that's so beautiful. And the last card in the deck, when I turned it around, was, be thankful for everyone. So I leave you with my gratitude for watching. Much love, much peace, many intuitive moments may you have, and enjoy your day. Bye now.